Welcome, everyone, to a Rogers Sports exclusive as we present the Knights of Meaford hockey. The Knights of Meaford versus the Fergus Force. And just walking away, get these ladies to turn around. Nope, they're going to continue walking. Anyway, the two ladies, one lady with the hat on there is the mother of Callum Queenan, and the lady with her is Callum's grandmother, who in the same vein as what the McCall family from Ireland did last week, Gord, showed up unannounced. Callum's mom and grandma in the building. So
here's the goaltender for starting for Gilbert Oldreeve, and you can see he's played 3 games, 140 minutes, 8.22 goals against save percentage, goals against 12.43. Obviously, and we're taking a look at Maris Sangrias, and he's 409 goals against, and just starting to climb up to that grade, that 9, but he's 8.8 save percentage too, or 8.83. So that's Graham Gemmell. That's not who they changed it on me.
I did not give you that information. Graham Gemmell, of course, was injured. He was out quite a bit. He got his bell rung back about a month ago, and he is in the lineup, his first game back with the Knights since that injury, Gord. So I apologize for that lack of information that I didn't send it your way.
Oh, that's okay. But
although I think I did have it circled right.
Yes,
there.
You did. And
I was taking the blame for it, but it's not my fault.
No, it's not. It's
all right.
My fault. I can't read. But thank you for being so kind. I appreciate it.
I tried to cover up there, but then I ended up
Fergus Force.
Making it your fault, yeah.
Fergus Force are coming into town. They've been struggling all year, and the coaches have been saying that they're starting to play a little bit better. Had a 3-1 lead that dissipated in their last game, and but they have a full team today, so they're hopefully going to start to move and get things done.
Had a chance to speak with the Fergus coach. Here come the Knights on a 2-on-1. Here's Callum Queenan. What a play. Chase Lewis. Oh, my goodness. He was absolutely robbed. Now, I can't help but think if he didn't one time that was in, Gord.
I could have been, but just the same thing. That's a great stop by the goaltender. You're going to watch the replay. You're going to see the setup as it comes out of the zone, and they're quick in this transition game. Queenan gets the puck, gets it back over this side, and boom, off the shoulder of the goaltender. He moved quickly across, and that's Gilbert Oldreeve. Makes his first save of the night.
Knights win the draw in the Fergus zone. That's David Hooper. He clears it back in behind the goal. Quick to get to that puck was Justin Pereira. Creates a turnover to Hooper. Back to Pereira. Justin Pereira cycles it back around, but no Knight player is there. And the Force are just going to dump it out. As you said, Gord, the Force, here comes Eric Lowry. Lowry's taken down, no penalty. Puck's high in the air. Now the Force coming back into the Meaford zone. There's a shot. Graham Gemmell, his first save in about a month. Easy blocker stop for him off of Matthew Souls. Puck is now on the far side. Justin Pereira. Justin Pereira is going to be familiar with a number of players on this Fergus team. Here comes Pereira all by himself off of the defenseman's leg. That's going to be a face-off to the right of goalkeeper Gilbert Oldreeve. But I said there's a number. Justin Pereira came from the Orangeville Ice Crushers, and there's a number of players playing for this Fergus team that are former members of the Orangeville Ice Crushers.
Well, the Crushers are first year in the league, and they're experiencing expansion problems, and of course are struggling. We're going to see them for the next 3 weeks, so we're going to get used to these orange pants and black jerseys as they've come in to me for tonight, and hopefully they're going to give us a show and play a lot better. Right now, goaltending seems to be good because he's made some real good stops in this first little while.
Skylar Robertson for the Knights clears it back in behind the goal, and there's going to be a penalty here to the Meaford, or is the goalkeeper going?
Well, I'm not sure, but he tried to slip between both the. There's number 12, I believe, is going to the penalty box, and that's Caruso. But he's going to get the gate for interference. But he tried to go between that space and just stayed there and got an interference call. So
that penalty could have gone either way with the Knights player coming right through the blue ice there. And,
I think so.
But it's going to be a Knights power play. That's why I wasn't sure who was going to get it. One of those 3 players was going to get that penalty. Clears it back in. Here's a shot. That's deflected just wide. In behind the goal, comes around now to chase Lewis. Lewis loses it. And Tyler Struts, who's playing on D for this power play, lays it off now to Colton Langowski. Langowski over here to Lewis. Here's Chase Lewis. Lewis back to Langowski. Over to Struts. Struts fires right on. Good save by Gilbert Oldreeve. Comes back to Langowski. Langowski fires. That goes wide. Chase Lewis. Meaford have good pressure going here. Langowski fires wide. Lewis keeps it in behind the goal now. Daniels Lega plays it back to Langowski. Langowski fires. That's tipped. And what a save in there by Gilbert Oldreeve.
Oldreeve's standing up tall on that, but the neat part about that particular exchange is the fact is the good penalty killing by the Forces. They kept the puck outside, and it gave Oldreeve a chance to see stuff. So, and you can see the penalty guy, number 12, Carusa, still in the penalty box.
107. Now here's a chance. Puck is stolen away by Keegan Henderson, but Graham Gemmell is able to come and clear that out of harm's way. Good effort there by number 8, Keegan Henderson, on the penalty kill for the Force. Now here's Callum Queenan coming in over the line. He's got some speed, loses it. And picked off. Can they keep it in? Nope. Will Vernon's going to chase that back into the Meaford zone. Vernon looks around to Connor Long.
We talked about the Force's struggles, and the Force have Meaford has struggled in the last 5 games. They've only had picked up 2 points with 5 losses and 2 shootout losses at that too.
Looking for Callum Queenan on the far side, but couldn't get it to him. There's a shot right on. That's going to go out of play. Couple of changes made here by the Meaford Knights over the past couple of days. Forward Matthew Paceris was traded to the Tottenham Steam, and in another move, head coach, as you take a look now at the coaching staff there, on your right is head coach GM Nathan Parrish, and on the other side is former player Brendan Watson. The team ownership felt that it was necessary to replace Brad Tichborne as head coach of the Meaford Knights, and in the interim, GM Nathan Parrish is going to be taking over the head coaching duties.
Well, Nathan's going to have his hands full as also he's the general manager, but Nathan's a really fine coach, and Nathan taking over again will give something that they may have lacked in their early part. So good luck to Nathan, and he's had a good track record. He's the head coach last 3 years. So.
Shot right on, scores! Number 27, Hampus Wall, finds the back of the net on a turnover, and the Knights take an early 1-0 lead.
Well, the Knights really need this game, and it's good that they get the opening goal as they put the Fergus. You'll watch it on Rogers replay. You're going to see it coming up the ice. Of course, that's number 18, Tichborne. He tried to set it up. You're going to watch the little play come back to the point or just into the slot area, and boom, and it was away. This Hall made a really nice shot and got away with it. So
I thought it was a turnover, but it was an absolutely beautiful feed out front. Owen Tichborne getting in on that play as well. Knights with a 1-0 lead. Now here comes Connor Long. He picks that off. 2-4, 3-4 players meeting him at the blue line. These teams are going to see a whole lot of each other over the next little while, Gord, as you said. Our next the two broadcasts after this one are also against the Fergus Force. And then they have one game down in Fergus. So they'll be playing each other 4 times in the next 4 weeks.
Well, they'll get to know each other fairly good. That was off a skate and off a stick, rather, so no icing on that play.
Picked off in there behind. Oh, that gets out front. Good job by Eric Lowry. That's chipped out by the Force. They can't get it by David Hooper. Hooper, another former Orangeville Ice Crusher out there. Puck comes in front. Lowry can't get the stick on that. Good job by number 17, Milan Bongo. Puck goes by. Now here comes number 16. That's Kinsley Trevisano. He's taken down hard. But Graham Gemmell's going to cover that one up for the faceoff.
I guess the coaches feel like this is a good game for Graham Gemmell to come back and and give it a shot. It's his first game action in a while, like you said earlier in the telecast, and it'll give him some chance to get some game experience. And if he plays well, he'll win, and if he doesn't, then Crushers are going to have a field day. But defensively,
spoke with Graham before the game. He had a huge smile on his face because he was starting tonight. He was quite happy with that after being out since. Well, it was that 4-game and 4-day run. I think it was in game 2 in West Nipissing, and he got his bell rung pretty good there. But thank goodness he's okay and he's back in the cage. Good job, Will Vernon, keeping that in. Tyler Struts is able to poke it back, but the Force are going to get it out. Here's Langowski. Struts onto Lewis. Lewis turns. And that's pinned along the boards. The referee's telling him to move it. Looks like a good rugby scrum going on. Ooh. There's a punch to the head of Lewis by number 2, Josh Wall. Loses his mind.
And his bucket, as it ended up on the ground, that brain bucket got knocked off his head, and then he whacked.
Josh Wall not happy with the fact that Chase Lewis removed his helmet for him, but he's going to go to the box. Looks like Lewis is going with him.
Well, actually,
no, I'm sorry. It's just Chase Lewis going.
I don't understand that because Lewis
there was a punch thrown right
into his. I thought that looked like a head check from here.
He punched Chase Ferrell right square in the head, but no penalty. You see the players and the coach at the Meaford bench questioning the referee on that one.
Chase Lewis goes to the penalty box for holding, I think is what he got because he took his hat off.
Punch somebody like that, you normally get a roughing penalty, don't you?
Well, or assault, one or the other. See. I mean, if that was in a parking lot, he would have got charged with assault. Come on, referees,
exactly.
Let's go.
The Force are going to hang on to that one. Fergus Force, as I said, the only win they have on this season is a default win. They were awarded when Wyerton folded, or when Wyerton was given the leave of absence from the league for 1 year. But they've been. I watched the game with them a couple of weeks ago against the Bradford Rattlers, and they only lost 8-4 in that game, so they're coming around.
Well, you pick up a player here and there, and then you start to get.
And I was speaking with the Force head coach prior to the game, and he said tonight is the first time this season that they're playing with a full roster.
Well, you said that earlier to me during the game, before the game, and that's surprising when you figure that these guys haven't played. This is their first year, and they're just getting the injuries of Bug has really hurt them.
Force now looking good so far on this power play opportunity. Taking a look around. Knights playing a good tight 4 box. Shot. That bounces up in the air, but Graham Gemmell, a bit of rough stuff in front. I think we got offsetting minor penalties coming. Connor Long is going to go, as is number 16, Kinsley Trevisano.
Connor Long is having
maybe not. Looks like it's only Connor Long.
Oh, Connor Long.
No, it's nobody. Now they're going into the box.
He just went to the bench. So double minor. Still playing 4-on-3 by the looks of it.
I guess Trevisano didn't quite understand exactly what the referee meant by go to the penalty box.
Didn't want to understand what the referee said about going to the penalty box.
Will Vernon's going to dump that down the ice. Meaford still killing off about 35 seconds of that first penalty to Chase Lewis. Chase Lewis got 2 minutes for getting punched in the head. I guess that's a penalty, isn't it? Puck comes out front. Worked around nicely. Back over to number 17, Milan Bongo. Bongo fires. Good job by Will Vernon to get a leg in front of that one.
Will Vernon has done a remarkable job on defense for.
Here comes a shot right in front. Oh, and Graham Gemmell covers that up. Good opportunity. Nice motion. Nice movement, actually, by the Force on that power play.
In that play, too, you're going to see from the point, the shot was come from the point was deflected in front, and Gemmell was able to get the pad down and make that save. Gemmell looking good in the first 10 minutes of this game. It's kind of good to see have that kind of strength with their goaltending.
Face off to the left, or sorry, to the right of Graham Gemmell. Will Vernon clears it around to David Hooper. The penalty is over. Back to 4-on-4. Lowry gets it into the zone. Knights pressing. There's a shot. That's deflected wide. Puck goes in behind the net now. Bo Jansen. That's tipped into the Meaford zone by number 9, Tommy Gramando. Those two played together in Orangeville.
Eric Lowry out there on that shift is sitting on 16 goals and leading in goal scoring for Meaford as of tonight, so probably wanted to add to that total.
Well, Vernon felt that one, but Vernon has gotten in the way of quite a few shots tonight, helping out his goaltender Graham Gemmell.
Well, Meaford defense has played extremely well with Hooper and, of course, Long and Will Vernon, stalwarts on defense, been here for a number of years, and they really play well for Meaford and have played well over the last number of years, too.
Knights dump it in, and puck comes all the way back out. Now, Daniel McCall, the pride of Ireland, he's going to dump that. That's going to go for icing. I think he expected a teammate to be somewhere that they weren't.
Well, Meaford, their scoring this year is scoring by committee. But Lowry having 16 goals. Struts has 16 goals also, but he's the top scorer with 29 points. But they're also getting some great offense from the defense.
That shot gets tipped over top of the net. Josh Wall might be a marked man after that punch he threw to the head of Chase Lewis. There's a shot right on by Callum Queenan. There's number 25. That's Kyle Lewis. Puck comes back around now to Wall. He gets it out. Tyler Struts have it stripped off of him. That's going to be offside.
Just at the blue line, little hip check right there at the blue line stopped forward progress and caused the players to go offside. So
here's a look at number 15, Tyler Struts, leading the Knights in scoring as he has been all season long. He's having a great year.
Well, he got 29 points, as I said a little bit earlier, 16 goals and 13 assists. But like I said, Meaford scoring is by committee. They've got 4 lines. They get run over the boards. They all contribute. And they're getting some offense from the defense, which is really good, too, because you're looking at Long and Hooper, who have Long's got 5 goals. Hooper's got 2, but 11 assists. So that makes a huge, when you're getting those kind of points from the blue line.
Here come the Force, 2-on-2, turning into a 3-on-2. There's a shot right on Graham Gemmell. Easy save on that one.
Well, he hit him right in the middle of the chest there, right on the logo. So
that was number 19, Xavier Heineman, that took that shot. Now, that young man was playing for Wyerton, and he was able to find a home in Fergus after Wyerton folded. Puck comes in around the net. Here come the Knights, tipped into the zone. Referee says no icing. Taking that. Woo, that could have been very close to being a check from behind, but it wasn't. Tipped back in by Skylar Robertson. Forrest trying to dig that out, and they do. Picked up now. Here they come. That's a 2-on-1. There's a shot. Ooh, that just about fooled Gemmell on the blocker side.
Got that glove up, make the save.
Now here comes Bo Jansen. He's being watched in there closely by Daniels Lega. Lega does a great job for the Knights and keeps it in. What a great job on the forecheck. In behind the net. That's Langowski. Nope, sorry, that was number 8. Mitch Bolduc. But now here comes number 8, Keegan Henderson. Puck's chipped in. Colton Langowski hits his man in the middle. That's Owen Titchborn. Titchborn's all by himself in there. His man misses a check. Titchborn takes a look, fires. Oh, that just goes over the net. Hampus Wall looking for number 2. Now here's Brandon Ferrell. Ferrell out front. Titchborn can't bury that one. Back into Ferrell. Out front, shot. Hampus Wall. Good job in there by the Knights to keep that puck alive. Here's Owen Tichborne shielding it. Oh, he's looking out front for Wall, and Wall could not reach that one. Kept in at the line, shot right on. Eric Brindestad with his first shift of the night gets that shot in on goal.
Oldreeve making a nice stop. Couple of stops in that exchange. Great pressure by the Knights as they were buzzing around the goal, and Oldreeve just was so, just picked off that puck and stopped the play, give his players a chance to change. But great shift by that line.
Here's a shot, tipped on goal, rebound, and that close for number 5, Jeff Hyman. But he was unable to bury that. Now here's a shot that goes wide. Now here come the Knights back the other way. Justin Pereira. Eric Lowry knocks his man off the puck, but it's picked up by the Force. Nice breakout play here for the Force. Tips it in. Graham Gemmel's going to cover that one up.
Gemmel covers it up, but just in that last exchange, a little bit of rough stuff off in the corner going to get sorted out by the officials. But Oldreeve made 2 good stops just earlier on in that period. And, boy, there was a exchange and good save and then rebound right out in front that didn't get buried. So kept this game with 7:25 remaining in the first period at 1-0 for the Knights here in the Meaford Community Center.
Now the Knights come away with it. Oh, and it's chipped back in. Good job there by number 17. That's Milan Bongo. Now the Knights, Callum Queenan comes away with it. Queenan does a nice job to get over to Chase Lewis. Here to Struts. Struts shot right on. That serves its purpose to get the face-off deep.
Oldreeve making a good stop, just stopping it right there. That's just an easy save. Meaford getting that puck on goal, getting the stop and play.
Tyler Struts wins the draw, comes back to Vernon. Vernon snaps it in, but it's picked off by the Force. Knights leading by a score of 1-0. This first period moving along quite quickly. Just under 7 minutes remaining.
Glove pass in the zone. Face-off will be deep to the left of Oldreeve. But that's what the Force with the glove pass. So the officials caught it. Face-off is deep.
There's a shot right on. And Callum Queenan is robbed by goalkeeper Gilbert Oldreeve. That may have been going wide, but nonetheless.
Not going to take that chance.
Here's Chase Lewis with a shot right on. Oldreeve playing his angles perfectly. Now here come the Force. You're not going to get by Willie Vernon very often. That's a wily veteran at 20 years of age. Now the Force. That puck is going to go. And it's called for icing.
You're right about Will Vernon. I've watched him for the last 3 years play here in the Meaford, and he is a wily veteran, very smart player, and of course he's also providing some offense from the back end too. So, top 3 defensemen there. Can't complain about Meaford's defense. They've played so well this year, but struggling a bit in the last 5 games. But it's a team thing. They're just not the defense that's causing any problems. So.
From the draw, the Knights come away with it. Here's Skylar Robertson looking in front, and Daniels Lega had his stick hooked, and he could not get his stick on the puck to deflect that home. McCall with a shot. Where is it? It's in between the pads of goalkeeper Gilbert Oldreeve, but you got to give the Force credit here in this first period. They're holding their own very nicely against the Knights.
Well, they are, but the floor is a little bit tilted out there, or the ice is a little bit tilted. Meaford's been peppering Oldreeve, and he's coming up big, and he's keeping them in the game right now. It's 1-0, but it could easily be 4-0 without any problem at all at the way Oldreeve is playing.
Knights come away with it. Cleared in behind the net now to Skylar Robertson. Robertson back out. That puck is bouncing, and out it comes now. Knocked off a stick. That should have been offside.
I thought so too.
Good save there, Graham Gemmel. And number 16 for the Force, Kinsley Trevisano, is creating a little bit of havoc there, and maybe going to spaces he shouldn't be after the whistle blows, but all part of the game.
Well, it is all part of the game, but the Force are not afraid to mix it up. We've seen a little bit of extracurricular activity. Something could have happened today, but I'll tell you, certainly we'll be back next week as we play them. They're guys are going to remember.
Familiarity breeds contempt, is the old saying.
You betcha, especially in hockey.
Puck comes off the boards. Now, nice move there by Connor Long. He's still going. Shot right on. Oh, he was going far side.
That hit the iron. That was off the bottom at the post. He had a chance, and just a hair one way would have been in.
Knights trying to keep it in, and they do. In after his own Titchborn. Titchborn, good job tying up his man. Comes to Brandon Ferrell. Ferrell looks out front, and Titchborn could not get. Now he gets it back. Few unforced errors in there by the Fergus Force. You got to be careful. That's going to cost you.
Well, he fanned on the puck in that zone and we're trying to make the pass, and Meaford's going to jump on it.
Ferrell takes his man in on the boards. Brandon Ferrell just turned 18 years old from the province of Quebec, and he was in the GMHL power rankings for the first couple of weeks. Has since fallen out of it, but I'm sure a little bit of a slump for Brandon. He'll get himself back into it again. There's a hand pass. Referee saw that. I saw that. I think you saw that.
I did, but referee's got it.
I want to say a big hello to a young lady over in from Ireland, Muriel Turner, who sent me a message on Facebook the other day. She's actually the grandmother of Knights defenseman Daniel McCall. She sent me a very nice message on Facebook. So, Muriel, I promised that I would say a big hello to you. And so here's the hello. Gord?
Well, hello, Muriel. How are you?
Just a wonderful message to receive from her. Made my day.
And all the best to you over there in Ireland. And I'll have a Guinness for you here.
Here's the Knights. Passed in front, comes back to Will Vernon. Vernon fires. That's high. He scores! Was that touched by Hyman? I don't think so. I think that's Will Vernon's goal.
I think so, too. We get a chance to see this on replay. You're going to see Will.
Hyman's stick looked a little high, so.
Well, if he touched it, there shouldn't have been any goal. You're going to see
Let's
the replay.
Take a look. Oh. I'm going to give that goal to Will Vernon.
Oh, it was his goal. It wasn't. It was climbing and went upstairs, and Meaford leads us 2-0. Aldridge don't fault at him on. There's the replay.
Jeff Hyman, quite an imposing young man, about 6'1", 200 pounds. He created the screen. The Knights go up by a score of 2-0. We'll just wait for the official call on that one.
But I'm pretty sure you're right about Will Vernon, and Will Vernon picked up his, I think, his third goal of the year.
Lowry plays it over now. Puck goes in. Yes, it was Will Vernon. Vernon from Langowski, by the sounds of it.
Langowski, the deep defense, got involved in that.
Shot right on. Oh, wide open, scores. Graham Gemmell was hung out to dry on that one. And number 16, Kinsley Trevisano, is going to get credit for that goal. He had nothing but a wide open net to bury that rebound.
Well, might have been a defensive breakdown in that zone, but get caught like that and all alone and having such 24 square feet to shoot at.
Get a look here.
Here, coming here.
There's the original shot, and Trevisano with the rebound buries it.
Took a funny bounce in front of the net, and Trevisano managed to pick up that loose puck, put it away.
3 minutes remaining now in period number one. The Knights holding on to a 2-1 lead. Looking for another. Working it in. Good job by the Force. Puck's knocked away. Knights, here they come. Looking in front. And that shot just goes wide. Eric Brenestad doing a great job in there. Here's Tyler Struts. Struts fires. Blocker save by Oldreeve. Chase Lewis gets knocked off the puck.
As I said earlier, Oldry playing extremely well for the Forks and keeping them in this game. Made another good stop right there as he got the blocker in the way and sent that puck off into the corner.
McCall, nice play into the corner to Struts. Struts gets around his man. He's got some speed coming around the goal. Back out to Callum Queenan to McCall. Now looking for the stick of Chase Lewis. And Lewis unable to bury that. Callum Queenan digs it back in. Chase Lewis in pursuit. Lewis gives it to Queenan. Good job by the Force to keep the Knights. There's a shot. Oh, that just missed.
That just whistled wide. Great pressure by the Knights on this shift.
Good hustle in there by number 14, Matthew Souls. Now the Knights are going to come away with it. Here comes Brendan Ferrell. Ferrell over the line, fires. Defenseman plays that perfectly. Ferrell is absolutely slammed right in front of the Fergus bench, but he's tougher than that.
Good check.
Good clean check by. Picked off. Here's Hampus Wall, scores!
Gets his second of the night as he picked up that loose puck, actually stripped it at the red blue line, went right in on goal, had a short breakaway, put her away. Oldreeve, no chance on that.
Fergus defense have been suspect in this first period on the giveaways, and here's one, a glaring giveaway right here.
There it is.
As he fans on it. That was number 17. That was Milan Bongo. And Bongo does not make that mistake very often.
But they made the mistake. They just stripped it at the blue line, went right in on goal, and not a chance on Oldreeve on that one. 1:10 remaining here in the first period. Good action, good pressure by Meaford.
Hampus Wall, a native of Sweden, picks up his second of the game. Knights looking for more. Shot right. Oh!
Oldreeve, what?
That was a highlight reel save by Gilbert Oldreeve.
Oh, man, was that something else? I'll tell you, that'd be the play of the game so far. We're going to watch the replay here on. You're going to see him make the save as they get the puck in out of the corner, comes into the slot. There it is. Got a clear shot. Boom, what a shot.
I know you don't.
That was good in any league, I'll tell you.
That was probably one of the nicest glove saves we've seen all season.
Great shot, guys. We got that one.
Got our A crew out here tonight. We got John Cherry on one camera. We've got Corey Porteous on the other. And we've got our head honcho, Mr. Mark Perry, producing. We got a winning team tonight.
I'd like to say a little hello to one of our main crew who's been a little bit under the weather right now. Is Jeff Chapman. He's usually out here in Meaford, and he's not here tonight. And he said to say good luck, break a leg, guys, as far as the show's concerned. And he'll be back next week, hopefully. So, Jeff, hope you're watching. Hope you're enjoying the game.
Jeff, a really important part of this Rogers family, and one of my favorite people involved. And in order for Jeff to miss a game, he certainly must be not feeling well.
This is very true. 27 seconds remaining as a faceoff in deep in the zone, and got those defensemen are right inside that blue line. Like usually they're just on it. They're just up tight into the zone, setting up, looking for that quick shot.
26.9 seconds remaining here in the first period. The Knights holding on to a 3-1 lead on the strength of 2 goals by Hampus Wall.
And they picked up a penalty on this last exchange and sitting in the penalty box.
Standing in behind it there.
Well, I thought for a moment he was at the penalty because they've been.
It's very deceiving from over here, isn't it? It looks like the guy's actually in the box.
Well, they were taking forever to get the players that they wanted out on the ice. Now the whistle is gone again because people aren't set. But they were trying to figure out who to get out there, and then I thought they were. But you're right, that's deceptive as the player is actually in behind the bench.
From the draw, can they keep it in? Yes, they can. 20 seconds remaining. The Knights here's Callum Queenan was looking for Lewis on the far side. Lewis has really had a thing going here with number 2, Josh Wall, ever since he got that punch in the head early in the first period. I don't know, Josh Wall is a pretty big kid.
He's kind of built like a fire hydrant. I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley, I'll tell you.
There goes the final buzzer, the buzzer to end period number 1, and little bit of bad blood starting here in this first period already. And so the Knights are going to take a 3-1 lead into the dressing room after one period of play. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with the second period action from the Meaford St. Vincent Community Centre in Meaford, Ontario. We'll be right back.
The following program is brought to you by Rogers Anyplace TV. Enjoy exclusive content for free. Visit RogersAnyplaceTV.com.
Resurrection Enlightenment.
I'm turning over a new leaf. So you the new slumlord?
He doesn't want you.
You just got sober.
Thanks, Hallelujah.
For whatever I've done, I am truly sorry.
I don't have time for this, right?
I am off to learn how to try to be a grown-up.
From coast to coast, all across Canada, there's something very special going on. It's time to show your support. Time to spread the word. Time to demonstrate your commitment to safe and sober driving. Join thousands of Canadians and tie a ribbon on something or someone you love. And take the time to have a real conversation about impaired driving. Mad Project Red Ribbon. Tie it, wear it, show it, share it, live it. Find out more at mad.ca.
I'm Rob Leonard, host of Grey County Life. Be sure to join me each week on Rogers Channel 53. Welcome back, everyone. Period number 2 about to get underway. Still waiting for the Fergus Force to make their way out onto the ice. They're a little bit slow at getting her going.
Maybe they went home. I don't know, but crew refreshments provided by Amici's Pizza, folks. This is unbelievable pizza. We're so pleased to have them on board and as a member of our team. They have traditional cuisine, always fresh, always cooked. 334 Sykes Street South, Meaford, Ontario. Of course, the number 519-538-6805. On Thursdays, get Amici's. Come down to the rink and watch hockey game.
Fantastic pizza, as always. I'd like to thank Daryl and the crew up there. And they had the big guy out delivering tonight. Brian Johnson was making the delivery, so we were treated to the head honcho bringing us our food tonight.
Yeah, we didn't have to,
service.
We didn't have to tip them.
No. Take a look at the standings here in the North Division, Gordon.
Temiskaming, of course, and Almagma and Bradford Rattlers and New Tecumseh all tight, 2 points out of first place. As you see them tied each for second and first at 28-28. Of course, there's Meaford down in 6th place, but this is a big win for them tonight. If they can get this one, they can start moving back up the ladder, and they're going to see the Forest over the next 3 weeks, but I think 4 times. Just the way the schedule is, it's unbalanced, but that's what's going to happen.
Things are so tight in this North Division, and then when you take a look at the South Division, there's a definite gap between the top 5 or 6 teams, the top 5 or 6 teams are in one grouping, and then there's another group of 5 or 6 that are sitting in another grouping. So.
Meaford's got 21 points, but that's only 7 points out of first place, so it's tight.
Knights now with possession of the puck. Here's David Hooper. Hooper plays it on to Ferrell. Ferrell tries a toe drag, can't get it through. Kept in by David Hooper. Pass out front looking for Hampus Wall. He wanted that hat trick. Puck comes right down on Graham Gemmell, and he's going to cover that one up. Good to see Graham Gemmell getting some touches in there tonight and getting a feel for that puck again after taking almost a month off, and very happy to see him back between the pipes.
Well, I'm also glad that Meaford kind of make sure that he's good and healthy to come out that concussion protocol. That's so important. Concussions today, people are very aware of it, and Gemmell looked like he's right back at it because he's been pretty sharp tonight.
Colton Langowski now plays it off to Callum Queenan. He drops it. Looking in front for Langowski was Chase Lewis, and the puck's going to come back out to Will Vernon. Vernon's going to dump it all the way back in. Force are forced to regroup. Nice job on the forecheck by Callum Queenan. Queenan digging hard in there as always. Lewis gets it around, looks out front. Can't get it out. Here's Langowski. Plays it into the corner to Queenan. Back to Langowski. Shot, rebound. Oh, I thought Lewis had that home. But Oldreeve sticks the pad out and denies him.
Lewis had 2 chances to try backhand that puck into the net, and Oldreeve again, like you said, just absolutely fabulous on that exchange.
Langowski to Lewis. He's got his back turned. Look out. Now, where's that puck? It's going to come to Tyler Struts. Leaves it for Langowski. Langowski, oh, he didn't miss by a lot.
He just whistled that one high in behind the net and had Oldreeve at his mercy, but just couldn't quite find that twine.
Mitch Bolduc now spins. He showed us a couple weeks ago, Gordon, what a smart playmaker he is.
Sure.
Bolduc takes a look in front. Langowski cannot get a stick on it. Knights with great early pressure here. Now here's Eric Brinstad. Plays it off to Lega. Skylar Robertson in pursuit of that. Misplayed there by the defense. Daniels Lega. Force doing a good job. They get it into the Meaford zone. Circling around the net. Can't find anybody. Lots of traffic out front. Meaford player is tripped and knocked down. Now Daniels Lega has that hop over his stick. There's Josh Wall. Knights easily knocked that away. Stick lifted. Puck tipped into the corner in behind the goal. There's number 13. That's Kane Harithia. Now here comes Skylar Robertson for the Knights. Nice move around the defenseman. Puck in front. What a show. What a chance. Brinstad was robbed. He's got a hold of. Here comes a shot off the post. My goodness. Number 28. That's Tyler Zatilny. That close.
We had an exchange in behind the net. It's number 71. Brinstad was knocked flat by Josh Wall, and Wall's going to get the gate for this, I think.
I missed what happened there.
Happened in behind the play as you were looking down at this end where the goal somewhere was going on, and Wall's going to go to the penalty box. They had a little exchange going in front of that net, and Brinstad was down and tried to get the shot away. And they stayed together with each other in front, and then as he got up, he just hammered him, and the referee caught him, and he's in the box. 2 minutes, be interference.
Well, Eric Brinstad had a good hold on his stick, so he probably didn't appreciate that much, but you got to control yourself. Shot, screen right on. Good save by Oldreeve. Out front, tip. One too many passes there. And here come LaForest.
I'll tell you, that Forrest, good penalty killing it so far as they keep that puck outside the line.
Here's Connor Long now. Brings it in over the line. Probably going to try and chip it back here, and he does. Skylar Robertson plays it over. Bolduc fires one. That goes high. Connor Long's knocked off the puck. Good body check in there by, that was number 8, Keegan Henderson. Another Knight trip down to the ice is Will Vernon. Now Vernon's going to come away with it. Vernon in over the line. Takes a look out front. Oh, that just hopped over the stick of Daniels Lega.
Connor Long couldn't keep it in at the blue line either, and Connor Long had a chance, and it went just by him.
Heineman hits Will Vernon with that pass. Vernon back to Lega. Lega, that goes off of a skate, kept in there. Good hustle, Tyler Struts. Struts circles around, tries to go on the wraparound, and that does not work. 35 seconds remaining. Meaford with one more chance here, I would think.
Well, they can get a couple if they get her moving. They have been moving the puck well, but not too bad. Killing this penalty off have been Fergus Force.
Here's Chase Lewis. Lewis Circles around. Takes a look, drops it off now for Struts. Struts is double teamed in there, so he had to kick it out over the line. 4 seconds remaining in the power play. Shot, oh my goodness! Langowski set up. We got a hand pass being called.
But that play was just something else, and I think Oldreeve got a piece of that and knocked it off just enough into the corner. And you were right about that was quite the setup and a good save by Oldreeve.
Langowski, I think, put it right on the tape for, it may have been Tichborne, but he was unable to bury that. What a gift-wrapped opportunity.
I'm not sure he shot it wider, but Oldreeve got a piece of it. That was another big save.
Hand pass, so the face-off's going to come back into the Meaford zone. Struts wins that draw. Langowski gets it to Struts. Struts takes his time, takes a look, now comes over to Tichborne. Tichborne's got Heineman with him in the middle. Tichborne plays it back. Oh, and that sails over top of the goal. Tyler Struts was calling for that one, and Tichborne put it on his stick, but there's Langowski. Tichborne's just going to tip it into the zone. Hampa's Wall already has a pair tonight. Knights are able to keep that in momentarily, but it does come out. The force, great job there by number 25, Kyle Lewis. Remember Lewis from a couple seasons ago with the Shelburne Sharks, who are also affiliated with the Orangeville Ace Crushers.
Well, actually, David Hooper played for Shelburne and then was traded up here that year, about 3 years ago, and then came back last year after playing with the Crushers.
Wall plays it now to Ferrell. Ferrell tries to get it out front to Tichborne. Back to Ferrell. Ferrell can't get turned around. Now he does. That goes off a stick into the rafters. And that face-off is going to come to the right of goalkeeper Gilbert Oldreeve. 13:26 remaining. Almost 7 minutes gone, but no goals in this period so far, Gord.
That's true, but there's Nathan Parrish sitting there, the brain trust with, I believe that was Watson with him, and the two of them sitting there talking about this game. But Meaford up 3-1 right now.
Shot right on. Talking with Kathy Parrish outside in between periods, and I said to her about Nathan, I said, as if he wasn't busy enough already with the GM's position, and she said, oh, he loves it. So.
Well, he was talking about giving it up last year, and I was wondering whether he should have or not, but he's back behind, I think, the bench. I think this is where he's going to really shine. I think he's a tremendous coach, and he's made a huge difference here in Meaford with their program, and I believe the management probably really are glad to have him back.
Here comes Heineman. Heineman with a shot. Easy glove save in there by Oldreeve. You're absolutely right. And I've known Nathan, I guess, for the last 2+ seasons, and his calling is behind that bench, and he's very much the face of this franchise here in Meaford. He's been the coach, with the exception of 1 year. He's been the coach here for four years, so. Well, and he does a very, very good job at it, along with Dean Martin. There's a shot, goes off a stick and high.
Well, it remains to be seen. Meaford's having a very, very good year. Like we were looking at the stats earlier, where they're situated. They're only 7 points out of first place. So if they can turn this thing around, they can give the new Tecumseh and Segway and a run for their money. And so it's anybody's ballgame in this division.
Chase Lewis fires. Another one goes into the meshing behind the net, off of a Fergus Force stick. Tyler Struts wins another one. Brendestat plays it. Here's Chase Lewis in the hole. And that doesn't get through. Great job in there by number 2, Josh Wall. Puck comes in behind the goal. Now the Knights are going to come away with it with a head of speed. Here comes Tyler Struts. Offside on the far side was Callum Queenan. Struts was had his afterburners turned on, but Callum Queenan. Now let's take a look at the scoring leaders of the Meaford Knights. Tyler Struts sitting on top, 29 points in 16 games. Nico Walsh, who's out of this game tonight, sitting under suspension. Eric Lowry, I mentioned to him prior to the game about the great season he's having, and he says, come on, Rob. He says, I'm an assist guy. I don't score goals. And he's got 5. He's got 5.
He's got 5, but 15 assists. That, like I said earlier, this is they scoring by committee. All 4 lines are contributing. Big contributions from the defense. You can't ask for, you can have one line that's going full bore, but if you don't have all of them working, you haven't got anything. I think Meaford's got a really good chance to get these kids working, and like you said, all 4 lines are coming over the boards. All 4
we got
lines
4 lines coming over the boards like that. It sure makes it tough on a team late in a period. And here's Mitch Bolduc out front.
And the game.
Pass in front. Skylar Robertson looks. He's got Matt Ellsworth with him. Ellsworth plays it back now to Bolduc. Bolduc can't get everything he wanted on that one. That puck comes up high. Bolduc cannot get away with it, and here's number 25, Kyle Lewis. The Knights shut that down just as quick as it started. Now here comes Bolduc. He's got Robertson with him. Oh, he can't get that through. Another great job by Milan Bongo.
Got a good stick on it, deflected that puck into the corner, and that's the way you play a 2-on-1.
Colton Langowski, Bongo picks it up. Here's Milan Bongo. He can't get by Langowski. Here's a breakaway. Ferrell, oh, what a save.
Oldreeve again coming up big for the Force. I mean, this game should probably be about 6-1, but Oldreeve has played absolutely fantastic. You're going to watch it on the Rogers replay as it comes out. There's the turn, the pass up the wing. In on goal, you're going to see him, and right, boom. Good position, blocks it.
Oldreeve has absolutely been a difference in this one, as you said, Gord, so far for this Fergus Force team. He has made a plethora of saves. Can I use that word? It's the only one I can think of. So
it's a fairly large one. I'm not sure I understand what it means, but it's.
But I think I can spell it.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Close enough.
I think I heard it on TV or something. I don't know. Me and my wife said it. She's pretty smart. Puck is in the Meaford zone. Forrest doing everything again to try and get a shot away, but this here's an opportunity. Cannot get by Connor Long. The Knights have pretty much controlled this second period to this point.
This is a case of controlling the play, playing extremely well, and not being rewarded for your play. And of course, you want to know why that is. You know, if we got a shot of the goaltender down there, Oldreeve, he's got his. He's the difference in this particular part of the game.
10 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. The face-off just outside the Meaford zone. The Knights win it. Eric Lowry gets it back to David Hooper. Here comes Hooper. He pulls up, plays it on to Heineman. That's chipped in. Eric Lowry doing a good job on the forecheck. That's kept in by Connor Long. Knights in there digging now. Here comes number 28. That's Tyler Zatilny. That's offside. Good job by David Hooper. That's what's missing tonight, the David Hooper fan club.
Oh, that's true. They're not in front tonight. That's amazing.
The ladies sit right here, and David's mother and his sister are here religiously each and every game. But I do believe his sister said that they would not be here this week. So I think she did give us a heads up, but I knew something was missing up front here.
Well, Mom's quite a supporter of David Hooper, and they're here every week, and it's so nice to see some of the parents come out and watch the players play, and that's a sacrifice of hockey moms and hockey dads. And let me tell you, your kids appreciate it, and I know.
And another service that has started now with Colton Langowski. Has obviously got some equipment issues with his helmet or something. The referee has told him to leave the bench area. He's in behind the glass because he is mad as heck right now about something. Here's the pass, comes in front. That's cleared away. The Force take it back into their own zone. And that's going to be offside. As I was saying, Gord, that Rogers, Grey County, has now, the referee is calling a misconduct or penalty here. Or is he? I saw him motion to as a misconduct penalty. Linesman's heading over towards the Meaford bench. He's pointing at somebody on the Meaford bench. It's going to be Eric Lowry.
For what?
It was actually the linesman that made the call.
This should be an interesting call.
That's a 2-minute penalty, but he also motioned I thought it was a misconduct. We'll wait for the official call, but there's only one man in the box, so it must be just a minor penalty, Eric Lowry.
2 minutes for
Unsportsmanlike conduct. That could be for shooting the puck away the way he did after that whistle.
Well, that's
power play for the Force.
Well, I don't think the linesman called the penalty. I think the linesman was just sent over to get the player and tell him to get in the penalty box. So,
well, I don't know why the referee wouldn't do it himself. Why would he send the linesman?
Good question.
It almost seemed like the linesman was making the call. So. Puck goes in behind the net. Here's Connor Long. He loses possession of that. There's a shot right on.
Oh, great block.
Fergus Force team, with the help of goalkeeper Gilbert Oldreeve, have kept themselves in this game, only trailing by a score of 3-1. The last time these two teams met, I believe Meaford won by a score of 11-2. But here come the Knights. Here's Chase Lewis, short-handed. Lewis gets himself in great position, and the puck goes in behind the goal. Force cannot do anything with that. Cleared back down the ice. Now I'm going to try and get that point out. I was trying to make Rogers TV, along with this game being shown Fridays at 5 and Saturday mornings at 11. Rogers is also uploading this game to the Rogers YouTube site so that everyone, doesn't matter where you are around the world, you can watch this game sometime, normally by Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Following the games, this game will be uploaded to the Rogers YouTube site. If you go to Rogers TV Grey County, you'll find the link there. Just punch in Meaford Knights on Rogers TV. So since that being the case, Gord, we should say a big hello to all of those folks, parents, friends, family of not just the Meaford Knights, but the Fergus Force too, and any other team in the GMHL, wherever you're watching. A big hello from us here at Rogers Grey County.
True enough, folks. I hope you enjoy your telecast watching this game.
Most times, people were just getting the some of the highlights from Knights Talk, a show that I do once a week. But now with the hard work of producer Mark Perry, he was able to get the games uploaded to YouTube so that everyone can enjoy watching them. So big battle in front, but Will Vernon's going to win that. That penalty's over. The Knights did a great job killing that off. Langowski loses it, but he is backed up by a real scrambly play right now. But now here comes Brandon Ferrell. Ferrell cannot get around his man. He's hauled down. That's number 4 in there, Bo Jansen. He's playing his heart out.
Well, that play into the corner, I tell you, looked like they were walking in the park because he had his arm hooked. Should have been hooked.
Oh, Will Vernon had his man lined up at number 27. Matthew Bogenreeder was lucky he took a look up.
You could say that again because he would have had.
Here's a breakaway. Brandon Ferrell. Oh, he is beaten again by goalkeeper Oldreeve. I think we're going to get a penalty here.
Oldreeve was just left to his own devices on that play as he just went right in on goal. 91. and that Brandon Ferrell had it all to himself and couldn't put the puck behind him. Oldreeve again coming up big. Here you are watching the replay. Oldreeve making the save on Ferrell as Ferrell had a chance to go right in on goal and just could not believe it as he was the one that was shaken up on the far side of the field. Of the ice.
Well,
here.
there was a penalty on that play. Number 10, Sean Marson, is in the penalty box for high sticking. Ferrell is he's snake bit right now, Gord. He's had 2 breakaway opportunities tonight. Hasn't been able to bury them, but the Knights are going to get another power play opportunity here.
But Oldreeve has just been phenomenal. You can't take anything away from him. He beat him. I mean, he just played him perfectly. Ferrell made a good move and just got beat by a hot goaltender.
Langowski back to Struts. Tyler Struts. Oh, I thought that was in. Comes back out now. Chase Lewis fired. Langowski did not get all of that.
No, the puck
that's going to come outside the blue line. Oh no, it's not.
Puck was fluttering as he went to that one-timer, and he didn't get it all, and went off the heel. Didn't get it there.
I didn't think that touched anybody, but apparently it did. Langowski fires, tipped. That bounced about 3 times. Struts to Langowski. Back to Struts, fires, and that was right on and cleared over the glass.
Oldreeve had no trouble with that one as that was in the middle of the net, and he had it well covered and deflected it off into the mesh.
Yeah, it looks like Chris Vell from the Meaford Independent got himself a souvenir over there. I hope he gives it back. Here's Tyler Struts. Over to Lewis, back to Struts. Tons of traffic out in front of that goal. Langowski keeps it in now. Langowski with space. Still got it. Oh my goodness. What a chance. Comes to Lewis. Lewis fires. Cannot get it through. The Fergus Force have to be commended. Better not talk too soon, but they're doing a great job on this penalty kill. They are working their butts off. Chase Lewis, can you beat Oldreeve? No.
In too tight as he got in close, and Oldreeve was able to close the door.
If this game ended right now, this Oldreeve kid has got my vote for #1 star. He's played amazing.
No doubt about it.
34 seconds remaining in the power play. The Knights doing everything they can, but put it in the net. Shot right on, and can he get it out? No, he cannot. And now he does here, and here's a breakaway. Number 15, Justin Brayton, shot, scores!
What a nice goal.
What a beautiful shot.
Gimmel went down, it looked like he had it, and he just put it where he wasn't, and that's what I tell players. You got to shoot where the goalie is, and that was a nice backhand shot, put it up over the top of the net.
Watch where Bryanton puts this one.
He gets the breakaway. You can see him coming right down over center ice. As he turns, he gets a little backhand, puts it upstairs as Gimmel went across the ice and didn't quite pick it up.
The only goal of this period so far with 4:08 remaining is a shorthanded goal by number 15, Justin Bryanton. For the Rock, and they're looking for more. Shot right on by the Force.
Good stop by Gimmels. He got that pad down to stop that play.
Here comes Hooper. That puck goes rink wide now to Callum Queen, and he better get a goal. His mom and grandma are here tonight. Comes in front. Callum Queenan with a shot. That goes just wide. Comes rink wide now to Connor Long. Long puts it in front. Shot goes over the net. Shot tipped right into the mask of Oldreeve. Comes rink wide again, but that doesn't get through. Connor Long is going to chase it back into his own zone. 3:30 remaining.
Knights kind of snake bit on that in this last series of plays.
Here's a 4-on-1 for the Knights. Can they get it through? No. Shot right on. Rebound. Another save, Oldreeve. Yeah, and that's going to go for icing. And wow, Oldreeve is the story of this second period, Gord.
Oh, he is the story, but also, too, the Knights a little bit snake-bitten, too, because they're taking shots. and they're either hitting a stick or hitting a piece of equipment, hitting one of their own players, and then the rebound, and it comes out, and Oldreeve was right there. So it's it's one of those kind of things. They're making the right moves and not being rewarded, and then Oldreeve is stopping them right cold, and so they've got to solve him right now. I bet he's going to be one of the tiredest players in the building after whoever wins this hockey game. Yeah, he's still going to be number one in my book for the first little over 2 periods.
The Knights have actually almost everybody who's played Fergus this year has beaten them pretty handily, but they are playing like a much improved team from the last time we saw them.
Well, that's the full marks to their coaches. They talked about last week about having a 3-1 lead and then unfortunately blowing it, but Meaford has been all over them in this second period, but Oldreeve has been the story.
Kept in there by Heineman. Knights, here's a breakaway. Owen Tichborne. Tichborne, and is it in? I'm still waiting. Owen Tichborne. Nope, the faceoff is going to come to the left. Let's take a look here on the replay. Tichborne took the net out, but I had wondered whether the puck was in at all, but obviously not. See if we can catch up to it here. See, Tichborne hits the post.
Oldreeve has it. Oldreeve makes the save on that again. 3 breakaways in this period. He's stymied.
Oldreeve, definitely the story of this game. Here comes Harrietta. Shot, and
that was kind of weak as he come around the net, got the little backhand. Gimmel got the paddle down, the pad down, and there was no way that thing was getting in. But Gimmel, you can't fault him on the goal that was scored on him. That was a beautiful shot. That's a goal scorer's goal. He took the goaltender, put it where he wasn't, and I think that's all you can say about that.
Knights come away with it. Now here comes Callum Queenan. Queenan fell off the post. And Queenan goes hard into the boards. And referee is going to call a penalty here. It's a roughing call. Must be. Is it coming to the Knights? Yes, it's going to be Daniel McCall. Take a look on the replay here. Callum Queenan, ding, you could hear that all the way to Thornbury.
This is true. I thought that thing clanked like you would. That was a hard shot. Then the game 2, goalposts become part of a goaltender's equipment, and they're glad to hear that and see that. So, great shot.
Daniel McCall's gone for roughing. 2:11 remaining in period number 2. So the Knights are pretty much going to spend the last 2 minutes of this period killing off a penalty. They could use a shorty themselves. Puck goes all the way down onto Oldreeve, who has just played absolutely incredible in these first 2 periods. Particularly so in this second period. He hasn't allowed a goal.
There's a chance that it should have been an interference call at the blue line, but referees have chosen not to call. Well, at least in my humble opinion, it was interference. Reaching for the puck and was not hit before.
Heineman dumps that all the way down, forcing the force to start over again. Here they come. That's number 17, Milan Bongo. Bongo circles the goal, comes back out to the blue line. Trying to work the puck around, shot right on. Graham Gemmel's going to cover that one up. 1:13 remaining, 3-2 Meaford.
I'm just kind of curious, when they leave the parking lot in the bus, does everybody wave, "Let the force be with you"?
Sorry?
I was just wondering when they leave the parking lot when they're from Fergus, if they say, "Let the force be with you."
Apparently there's a new trilogy coming out, so. Here's the force. Those very bright orange pants. There's a shot. That's tipped just wide. That changed direction at the last minute. Last minute of play here in period number 2. The Knights owned most, and here come the Knights with a chance. Callum Queenan being hooked at, gets around his man, and could not beat Oldreeve. But what a great job by Callum Queenan to beat 3 men but could not beat Old Reeve in the Force goal.
Of course, that's for sure. As he got that glove up and pulled the puck out of the air, then knocked it down and got the stop in play. And here with 39 seconds remaining,
Meaford ran into a hot goalkeeper here on our on our last broadcast with the Ville Marie Saints. Ouellette was on fire that night for them, and they've run into the same issue here tonight.
You're getting offside here at the blue line. 18 seconds remaining here in the second period, and boy, full marks for Fergus as they have won this period. Have a 1-0 lead in this period, and of course the total goal totals for both periods 3-2, but the goaltending to our left has been phenomenal.
And although the Knights carried most of the play, and I'm positive they've outshot the Force by a wide margin here in the second period, but it's the Force with the only goal of the period. 8 seconds remaining. Knights, Tyler Struts trying to come away with it. Now here's Chase Lewis, fires. Where is it? 1.2 seconds remaining. Is that enough time? Probably not.
Well, Old Reeve had the puck, just shot right into that insignia on his chest, their logo, whatever you want to call it. And I didn't have much trouble with that. That was one of the easier stops he's had to make this period. But we got 1.2 seconds left, and then we're going to take a short break and come back with third period action, and I'm looking forward to that. The Force is
there goes the buzzer to end period number 2. The Knights held the advantage territorially, and as I said, probably outshot these Fergus Force, but the Force with the only goal of the second period. They trail Meaford by a score of 3-2, setting up for a very exciting third period, Gord.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Sorry?
There's no doubt about that, it's going to be an exciting third period, as Meaford has to win this game tonight.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with period number 3 from the Meaford St. Vincent Community Center in Meaford, Ontario. Hi.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Forget from Ontario Travel. We have lots of great stuff for you to check out. Let's start off with First Light happening every Thursday through Saturday nights from November 23rd to December 7th. It all takes place at St. Riem-on-the-Hurons in Midland. This is a must-see event with a great lineup of family activities and performers, all happening with a spectacular glow of over 5,000 candles. Plus, the Midhurst Arts and Crafts Home Tour happens at various locations throughout Midhurst, November 25th and 26th. The artists invite you into their homes and studios to see them do their work. You'll see everything from pottery to candles, clothing to sweets. Plus, the CP Holiday Train is making a stop in Barrie on Wednesday, November 29th. The train is lit up with tons of lights, plus this year, the performer is Colin James. These are just some of the events taking place. For the full list, head to ontariotravel.net or come see us at the Ontario Travel Centre in Barrie.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina of Homebodies Fitness. Join me for your at-home fitness routine. Let's all get fit together. Only on Rogers TV, Homebodies Fitness.
Hi, I'm Carol Merton, host of HealthLink. HealthLink is a program connecting home, community, and healthcare. Please join us on Rogers TV for HealthLink.
Welcome back, everyone. Period number 3 about to get underway. The Knights of Meaford with a slim 3-2 lead over the Fergus Force, who have yet to win. Well, they have one win, but it was by default. So technically, they haven't got a win this year. A couple of fans down in the concourse I was speaking to, and parents of some of the Fergus players, and they'd love to come out of here with with a win tonight, Gord.
Well, I was speaking to one of my old friends, Patty Parrish, and we were talking about the goaltending, and he said this kid, Gilbert Oldry, has just been absolutely just lights out, and Meaford's had all kinds of opportunity. He's closed the doors, kept this game close, so we're looking for more of the same in this period.
Knights need to start off quick here in this period and restore that 2-goal lead. They keep it in. Here's Hampus Wall. He loses it now. Here come the Force. Puck comes in, does not get in front. David Hooper cuts that one off and gives it away.
Very uncharacteristic play by David Hooper to give the puck away like that. He's pretty calm about it, but put it right on the stick of a Force player.
The Force setting up now. They can't get it out. Hampus Wall keeps it in. He cleans it in behind the goal. That puck goes high and over the glass. The Zamboni driver is going to get himself a souvenir.
Well, that's one of the rules in this league is that you don't get a 2-minute minor for putting the puck outside the field of play, and I think that that's one of the rules.
In the GMHL.
Yeah, true enough.
Puck comes back now. The Knights setting up. Nice play by Callum Queenan. Shot, scores! Off the rebound. Was that? I got to get a look at that jersey. Was that David Hooper? No, it wasn't. It was Chase Lewis. Chase Lewis buries his first as a member of the Knights of Meaford. He'll be glad to see that one. He came into Meaford here a couple of games ago. A high-powered sniper coming in from the United States and finally gets one in a Knights uniform.
Chase Lewis picks up the rebound and fires it right in behind Ulrich. Ulrich didn't stand a chance on that. Lewis getting the fourth goals. Goals by Hampus, 2 by Hampus Hall, and 1 by Will Vernon. That rounds out the scoring for Meaford. But you were talking about starting early, and they got it done.
They definitely needed that early start here against Fergus in this third period. Fergus has really played well tonight. They're coming into their own. That's going to go for icing. And I said that, they were still up in the double digits in the games that they were losing, but they were competitive for good parts of those games. And one game in particular that I saw on the internet versus the high-powered Bradford Rattlers, they only lost by a score of 8-4. So this Fergus team is yet to be heard from.
Well, hopefully they started putting it together and put some wins on the board and get their fans something to cheer about. But they played well tonight, but also their goaltending has been unbelievable with Oldreeve.
Goaltending is such an important part of any game. The way your goalkeeper goes normally, that's the way the team goes. Puck's cleared in behind the net. Here's Josh Wall. They named him appropriately. He is one good size of a young man. He is big.
And he surprised me on that move, too, because he has some wheels. He can motor, too.
Knights, here's a pass up the middle looking for Mitch Bolduc, but it goes under his stick. Here's Langowski. He's going to rifle it wide. Picked off in there. Comes in front. Puck clears off into the corner. Now here's Skylar Robertson. Robertson rank wide for Pereira. Whoa, that shot just went over the goal. Robertson cannot get it in. Now here comes Mitch Bolduc. Bolduc fires, shot, oh my goodness. Did that go off the pipe, Gord?
I think it did, and then kind of made a funny bounce and got cleared away.
That puck is cleared off into the corner. Here's Brenestad, Eric Brenestad putting on some moves. He finds Ferrell wide open on the far side. Pereira for Heineman, scores!
Oh, what a nice play. Pereira fired that puck right out in front. Nice pass right on the stick of Heineman, and he deflected it by Oldreeve, as Oldreeve had it well played.
The key on that play was the speed and the play of Justin Pereira. Watch Pereira as he takes this puck down the far boards. Right here, Pereira with great speed, taking a look. He's looking all the way for Heineman. and puts it right on his stick, rebounded in.
Heidman gets that backhand down, and it's big number 95 scores the goal. Gets the 5th one, and I hope that's the insurance marker that they were looking for, because at this point in time, looks like we're getting a timeout called by the coach for
Fergus calling a timeout right now, and 3 minutes ago the score was 3-2, and Meaford with 2 very quick ones on Old Reeve, and I don't think you can fault Old Reeve on either one of those goals.
No, you could not on the little backhand, that little deflection up into him. He had it play as well as he could, and but that puck that the goal that Jeff Heidman just got, I mean, that was a beautifully laid pass across the ice, and Pereira gets an assist on that, and he should, and that was a beautiful pass to get it set up. Here's the coach getting some time talking to him about trying to slow it down, get themselves, quit running around. I think that's the whole key. They made a couple of mistakes, and of course, you make a mistake in this league, it can cost you real quickly. And
well, he's probably telling them, look, you know what? Do what we did for those first 2 periods.
Exactly.
That's what's kept us in this game. So, But again, here comes the 3rd period. The fact that the Knights have those 4 lines that they can run at you, come 3rd period time, when your top 2 lines are getting tired on the other team, Meaford still got line 3 and 4 that can do damage.
Well, that's what we were talking about, the well-balanced scoring by committee, and all 4 lines can do it. And it doesn't matter who they're sending out there. Sure, you're going to have some players like Struts that's going to lead your team in scoring. But if you take a look at the lines come out, they all skate, and this is a good hockey team if they really start to get confidence in themselves and what they can do. Meaford's got to think about that. They've got a good team.
Hampus Wall takes his man into the boards. Tichborne plays it across. Hooper shot, scores! What an absolute snipe by David Hooper. Beautiful shot right along the ice. I think that went off the post and in far side.
It did. It just caught the inside of the post, and then, of course, being rewarded is David Hooper getting his 3rd goal of the year.
You watch here, Tichborne gets the puck back to Hooper. He rifles that one. What a beautiful shot, right along the ice and in.
And that that was a Rogers replay. You could see Oldreeve again not having it played well, but just being caught. Boy, that's quick. I'm telling you, they've got 3 goals in 4 minutes, and boy, that's the start that they needed in this 3rd period.
Just to get that one early, like I said, and they certainly did that. And now, to a certain degree, the floodgates have opened, with the Knights opening up a 6-2 lead. Long puts it in front. Chase Lewis can't hold that. Here's Hooper. Struts tries to get it into Callum Queenan. Puck's taken away by Bo Jansen. Jansen, oh my goodness. Wow. Gonna let it go. I thought maybe that was going for icing. Meaford Knight player taken down hard. That's Hooper. That's gonna go for icing. Now, number 4, Bo Jansen is on the ice, and I think maybe Connor Long may have, he's holding his groin. I'm just wondering if somebody gave him a little extra jab, or don't think the referee saw anything. Nobody seems too upset with anybody, so maybe something incidental that happened, but I think Johnson may have got it, got a shot below the belt. By the way, he's favoring his lower body. That's a lower body injury if I ever saw one.
I think so too. Upper thigh, maybe a little upper thigh.
Upper thigh, lower abdomen. I think we got a penalty coming. Yes,
well, we're getting
an interference call.
I'm wondering if both referees were calling the same penalty, or they're going to get.
And this penalty is going to go to Fergus, number 8. That's Keegan Henderson heading to the box. That's an interference call. So the Knights are going to go on the power play. Coaches do not like those types of penalties. You're in the offensive zone, and you get an interference call.
Keegan Henderson, you had to look at him in the penalty box. Looks awful young for that young man. In the box, 2 minutes or less.
Knights now with the set up here. They have a 4-goal lead, looking to build on that. Connor Long shot, that's tipped wide. Here's Callum Queenan. He still needs to put one in there for his grandmother. There's Vernon, plays it in, comes back now to Connor Long. Shot, where is it? That puck changed direction, but Old Reeve has it in his trapper. Funny, I had Callum Queenan was on Knights Talk the last episode, and at the end of the show, I have the players say hello to anybody they want to, and he said hello to his mom, and he said hello. He said I better say hello to my nan because since she's paying for everything. So. I did relate the story to his grandmother as well. So.
Nan must be pretty proud of him.
She totally agreed. She goes, yes, I do. So.
It's great to have support from all parts of your family. And Grandma's, I know my son is, Grandma was one of his favorite people in the whole world.
Great family support, and being, when you've got a younger member of your family so far away from home and living the dream, really, of coming to Canada and playing some junior hockey, I'm sure is something of pride for the family as well.
So it should be.
Here comes Connor Long now. Brings it over the center, over the blue line. Shot right on. Old Reeve holds his ground and makes that save. 33 seconds remaining in the power play. Connor Long strips his man of the puck. Gets it to Chase Lewis. Lewis rink wide to Heineman. Looks in front. Who's got it? Tyler Struts with a shot right on. Old Reeve back to his old self.
Well, you can't blame Old Reeve for those last 3 goals that have been scored because he's been the victim of non-support. He could sue them without any problem at all because they just let him down in front.
He certainly has, and there's been some glaring defensive giveaways in there that you can't expect that young man to stop everything. But, although he's allowed 6 goals tonight, he's played an incredible game, and if he isn't star number 1, that may seem kind of odd, and anybody looking at it would think it was odd, but he definitely would deserve that.
Well, if we were keeping track of the shots on goal, which probably is we should be doing, you would probably, he's been, Meaford has outshot the Fergus Force probably 3-1.
That was very close to a kneeing call. That could have been called very easily on number 8. That was Keegan Henderson, just got himself out of the box, and he threw a knee out at Eric Lowry, so that could have ended very badly.
Landowski made a really nice play at the blue line as he took his man out just as he crossed over, and
now here come the Force. Played out to Eric Lowry. Lowry loses his footing. Down he goes. Ellsworth is going to clear that back into the zone.
Well, something we can't forget about. We got to talk about Amici's Pizza. They provide food for our refreshments for our people here with our crew, and we really appreciate it. They make some of the best pizza probably in both Green Bruce County. We're so pleased to have them on board as a member of our team. Without them, it would be a long, long evening, and we'd get tired of French fries really fast. But thanks so much to Amici. We really appreciate it.
And I can tell you, I worked there for a little while, and about 3 weeks, and the reason, good reason why their pizza is so good is that they do not go with cheap products. They use top quality products on their pizza, from the cheese to the sauce to the everything that goes on that pizza is grade A quality. So hats off to them for giving such a quality product, but they take care of us every game here. So whatever it costs for an Amici pizza, it's worth every penny of it.
519-538-6805 will bring a pizza to your door here in the Meaford Thornbury area. So please support local business because they support us. Thank you ever so much, Amici.
Hampus Wall still looking for that hat trick. Gets a shot away. Now here come the Force. They are coming in force. There's 3 of them coming over the line. That's stopped by Graham Gemmel. Puck gets knocked back into the Meaford zone. 11:04 remaining here in period number 3. 3-2 to start this third period, but within the first 3 minutes, the Knights would bury 3 goals to take this 6-2 lead. Wall, oh.
Just offside.
Was that offside?
Yeah, I'm afraid it was. Just by half.
Let's take a look at the South standings. As I mentioned earlier on, Gord, if you take a look here, you've got your basically your top 5 teams are running away on the rest of the league.
Yeah, it's true. So 6, 7, and 8. Tottenham was surprising, only with 11 points. They're usually a pretty strong club, but running on some tough times this year. So they're down towards the bottom of the end. But you're right about it. That top 5 teams are running away with it.
That puck goes into the bench. The team that surprises me most on that list, Gord, is London. The London Lakers have had a really tough start this year, and very surprising. They've always had a strong squad, and having a rough go of it this year. And
well, it goes in cycles too. You know, you get your players together, your core stays there, and then it leaves, and then you've got to rebuild, and it takes a little bit of time to do that. And usually, what happens if you've been in the league a while, you'll understand that. That kind of thing happens in New Meaford. Last year they had to reconstruct the whole team.
Knights steal it away. Shot right on. Where is it? It's going to get knocked out of bounds. Or sorry, out of the zone, back into the Meaford zone. And there was another defensive breakdown, again by the Force. And luckily that goalkeeper Oldreeve was alert and kept that one out of the goal to keep it a 6-2 Meaford lead.
The first 2 periods, he was just absolutely phenomenal. But that four-minute span where Meaford scored the 3 goals to start the third period wasn't really his fault. There was defensive miscues, and he's left to fend for himself, and he saved them more times than not with that same problem. He stopped 2 breakaways in the second period alone. But do not take anything away from those Meaford Knights. They have played extremely well, and all 4 lines have been clicking. And haven't made too many errors, but gave the puck away at that point.
Here come the Force into the Meaford zone. Well, Vernon was laying down, getting ready to take that one, but the shot didn't come through.
Well, I hadn't seen the Force play this year, and I was told that they were just, it wasn't going to.
Oh, Colton Langowski lays the hammer down on number 25, Kyle Lewis. Langowski is good for at least one of those a game.
Well, that was just absolutely dynamite.
I think the best one I saw was probably against the Lynx here a couple weeks ago, and one of the Lynx players was coming around the Meaford net, and Langowski just stood there, and down went the Lynx player. Now we've got a penalty coming up. Looks like it's going to go to the Knights. There is an injured player. That's number 17, Milan Bango. I did not see what happened there, but he is in obvious discomfort.
So there's a collision. I think we might see it on replay here as he had a chance to, and I believe there was a collision just outside the...
There's Bango right there, and collided with one of the Knights players who went down as might have been whoever's in the box.
66
it's going to be
Chase Lewis.
Langowski. Langowski's in the box, and Bango is hurt.
Well, there was quite a collision. I just kind of looked away for a moment, and but I didn't quite see who hit it. Training staff is out there.
I think it was mainly because he didn't have the puck, and Langowski hammered into him. So I guess we're going to wait and see what the call is. Let's take a look at the hit by Langowski earlier here.
Boy, this was something else. We were talking. Yep, it's coming up.
Here it is right here. Hammers his man.
Shoulder to shoulder, and good, clean body check, open ice. Boy, those are tough to do. Good job, boys.
Good job by our camera crew and producer Mark Perry. Looks like Langowski's being kicked out of this game. He's going to get a 5-minute major. That could be, see what the call is, but it might be a charging major. Langowski heads off. Guess he must have liked that first hit he threw. Liked the first hit he threw, thought he'd try another one, and this one got him a 5-minute major.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I didn't quite see what the...
Might be a charging call. We'll see.
5 minutes for high sticking.
High sticking major.
And then what's he being handed to the penalty bench for? Why isn't he just...
See if, did Bango leave the ice? No, he's there. He's, I think we saw something similar to this in the game against Ville Marie when the player acted like they had, they were dying.
Well, he can't stay on the ice. He's on the bench. He's got to take a shift off.
But acted like he'd been shot and down, but he was up and playing the next shift, and it looks like that's going to be the case with Milan Bongo. But I also just saw number 28, Tyler Zatilny from the Force heading down the tunnel to the dressing room. So nothing was announced for a penalty for him. So I'm just wondering if he's got an equipment issue or an injury.
Well, it's been a quick game tonight, too. It's 8:22 remaining here in the third period. This period has gone real fast. Not a lot of stops in play and not a lot of extracurricular stuff, so.
Knights are going to have to kill off a 5-minute penalty here. It looks like this is going to be offside, and here comes Milan Bongo. Surprise, surprise, he's back out on the ice. Let's take a look at the scoring leaders, and St. George has 1, 2, 3, 4. They still have 5 players in the top 10. Now, the guy I've been talking about all season long, in number 4 spot, Vyacheslav Grgenchev of Tottenham. He was sitting in 8th just a couple of days ago. He had an 11-point, a Daryl Sittler-like game against, I forget who it was against. Oh, it was against London. Excuse me, 3 goals and 8 assists. Shot right on.
Oh, what a great stop by Gemmell.
That 11 points moved him from number 8 spot up to number 4. So,
well, it doesn't take much if you have a game like that. But Graham Gemmell just robbed the Force forward as he had a shot, went right off the toe.
There's a deflected in off of David Hooper's stick. Graham Gemmell. David Hooper is just going to go to the bench. He doesn't want to talk about that one.
No, that's one of the unlucky things in sport, especially in hockey. You've got to watch your stick. And
watch right here. You see the Meaford Knights players at this moment are not. That's number 14, Matthew Scholes. Will Vernon was given the gears to Milan Bongo just a second ago, and that's the exact reason why. And Bongo's out on the ice right now. He's going to head off, but played that up to the point where Colton Langowski took a 5-minute high sticking penalty and was out 1 shift later. I have no respect for that.
Well, you're right. I mean, if you're hurt, you're hurt, but that'll be taken into consideration too. That'll go well for Colton Langowski if there's any consideration for any kind of suspensions or anything like that. That will be duly noted. Well, he got sent out of the game, so he must have got a game misconduct with the 5-minute major. But the thing that gets to me is that I didn't see any blood. I didn't see anything, and I know Grant, I don't think it was an intentional high stick. So. No way he turned and whacked him, but it remains to be seen what they'll do with it. 2:44 remaining in the power play. And the Force have already scored once, and that went off the stick of defenseman David Hooper. So, well, Hooper's got 2 goals tonight, one in his own goal and one in the other goal zone. David Hooper, just shake that off. That's just one of those things of hockey again. It's been such a big part, and so glad. Oh, that is rifled right into the Meaford bench. That was dangerous. Luckily, they had their equipment on, and they were watching. But I think that hit Skylar Robertson. Got a smile on his face. Don't think you do that to your own team, do you? Nah, not at all. It happens. It happens. 2:14 remaining in the power play as that 5-minute major is being served in the penalty box. There's somebody sitting over there. It's unfortunate there's somebody in there now. They don't actually have to put anybody in there until about 30-second mark. So.
Puck goes past Milan Bongo, who about 4 minutes ago was, I thought we were going to have to call an ambulance for the guy, but he's back out there.
I thought for sure we might have to have a recommended mask too on top of that. So.
But they have to get the paddles out and rejuvenate the poor fella. He might get another one if he's not careful. Will Vernon knocks that puck back into the zone.
Well, when he's finished hockey, he may get a job as an actor and may get a...
See enough of that in sport. You know what? Like...
Must have learned it from those soccer guys.
Oh, I'm not going there. Being that our boss over here is the president of Owen Sound Minor Soccer, I'm not saying a bloody word. Hey, I coached that game for
I know you did. So.
Oh, that's why you said it.
Yes.
Here's Bongo. Can he shoot? I don't know. He got really hurt. Nice move. Shot right on. And the Knights are going to come away with it. 1:05 remaining. Knights leading 6-3. Struts with a shot right on. Rebound. That just goes wide. Struts gets it back to McCall. He just keeps it in. Here's Lowry circling. He's going to kill off some time on that penalty. Here comes Connor Long. That just misses on the far side. Here's Justin Pereira. He's going to dump it back in. Now here come the force in over the line. Shot, wall. Now here's Eric Lowry. Lowry takes a look. He's going to be content just to try and kill the rest of this penalty off. He dumps it all the way back down to the Meaford zone. Here's Connor Long. Plays it around to Pereira. Pereira dumps it out. 4:07 remaining, third period. The Knights with the 6-3 lead.
6 seconds left in the power play as Meaford does a nice job of killing it off. They did give up one power play goal, but it was a bad deflection off an errant stick in front of the net, and wasn't Gemmel's fault too bad because he had it set, and puck changed direction on him and caught him, but just caused the one goal. But less than 4 minutes remaining here in the third period. Good game by the Knights.
Ellsworth tries to get one through, and that hits a defenseman. Now here come the force. Stopped at center. Ellsworth with good hustle getting back. Pereira plays it to Long. Long looking for his man up the middle. That was Robinson. Here's Robertson looking for Ellsworth. Here's Willie Vernon. That penalty is over. Here's Skylar Robertson. Scores! Mitch Bolduc. What a snipe by Mitch Bolduc.
Oh, wow.
Hammers that one home on a beautiful pass from Skylar Robertson, and the Knights go up by a score of 7-3.
Bolduc just come right in off the point. You're going to watch this on this Rogers replay. Nice setup. Back across, comes to the point just inside the circle and just lets it fire. And you could see that net bulge as Mitch Bolduc got a beautiful shot. And he waits for congratulations from his teammates. 7-3. But
3 minutes remaining here in this third period. The Knights came into this third period leading by a score of 3-2. Now we've got an unsportsmanlike call here against Connor Long. Connor Long goes for unsportsmanlike.
Well, that's a kind of a silly penalty to take this part of the game. Not that it's going to mean anything, but, you know, let that kind of stuff. He's going to get a talking to from head coach Mr. Parrish and later on, because those are the kind of penalties that can really hurt you in a tight game, and you cannot do them now.
I'm sure his mom's going to have a word or two for him, too. She doesn't care for that kind of stuff.
You know,
Kathy, talk to your boy.
Number 8, Mitch Bolduc, assisted by number 77, Skylar Robinson, and 84, Justin Pereira.
Justin Pereira's had a great game here for the Knights tonight. set up a couple of goals, and
well,
I always liked watching that kid when he played for Orangeville too.
Jeff Heidman got a beautiful play in front of the net, and that was set up by Pereira's. And
here's Bolduc over to Hooper. What a spin move by Mitch Bolduc.
And Hooper missed a glorious opportunity as Oldreive was right there and Johnny on the spot. Oldreive has given up 4 goals in this period, but again, what a tremendous game he has had, and it's it's too bad that it's got to this point, but where they've got 7 goals by him, but Oldreive has played so well for the Force tonight.
Oldreive has played a fantastic game for the Force tonight, and 7 goals against. This easily could have been 17-18.
It could have been
if it weren't for the play of Oldreive.
Well, true enough, and also too, on some level, Meaford has outplayed them and had all kinds of glorious scoring opportunities. And sometimes the puck would just go off the end of the stick or off the heel, but Oldreive has been Johnny on the spot. He's given up 7 goals, but boy, 6 of them weren't his fault at least.
Puck goes in behind the net, comes around Callum Queenan. He still has to get a goal with his mum and grandma in the house, all the way from Whiteley Bay in England. And that's picked off. That's going to be offside.
Well, there could be a future for our young gentleman, Daniel McCall, in England. When I was over in 97, 98, I was over a couple of times in England. I actually was at the stadium at Sheffield, and they've got hockey and fairly extensive pro league in England. It's about the Eastern Pro League caliber, so it's pretty good hockey. And a lot of Canadian kids over playing in those leagues. So.
Knights, Will Vernon, he's going to fire that all the way down. 14 seconds remaining in the Meaford penalty.
1 minute remaining here in the game, and with a great game by Meaford tonight, as they had to come up and pick this up. So I'll tell you, excuse me, they had to win this game tonight. They've been on a 5-game losing streak. They've had 2 games that they'd lost in a shootout, and now they can take this one, put it in the bank, and move up the ladder a bit. They're down in 6th place, but they're only 7 places out of 1st in their division.
For the folks, as I said earlier, the ones that are watching this Friday at 5 or Saturday at 11, well, I guess you won't see it this Saturday because the Santa Claus Parade's going to be on in Owen Sound. So definitely will on Friday night at 5. But the game will also be made available probably sometime Saturday or Sunday on the Rogers YouTube site. So just go to the Rogers Grey County site and look for the Meaford Knights, and you'll find the link to this game. And, of course, as soon as it's available, I make sure I share it out on my Facebook page, and the Meaford Knights share it as well. So, so many countries that are represented here on this Meaford Knights team. We've got Ireland, we've got England. Well, we got Quebec. We got the province of Quebec there. That's not a country, of course, but Eric Lowry's from the United States. Eric Brinestad from Norway. Callum Queenan from England. Hampus Wall is from Sweden. And Tyler Struts, of course, from the United States. Daniels Lega, apparently, I think he's shot out front. Oh, that just misses. Batted away. 30 seconds remaining. Colton Langowski all the way from Alaska.
Wow, that's a long way, let me tell you.
Folks up in Alaska will be able to watch this game as well.
But this particular period is 8 seconds left in this period. And Meaford Knights putting this one in the bank, and they win this one.
There's the buzzer. The Knights win this one by a score of 7-3. And what a great job by the Knights of Meaford. Actually, what a great job by the Fergus Force scored. this team coming into tonight without a win, one default win. So, but that team just looking to improve each and every game, and they certainly did that tonight in this performance against the Meaford Knights.
There's no doubt about that. I tell you, the Fergus played so well. I expected them to be a much worse team. I figured Meaford should win this handily, but they gave everything that Meaford could handle for those first 2 periods. And hats off to the young goaltender Gilbert Oldry, but he was just lights out for 2 periods. And then they got 5 goals in the third. But I'd say 4 of the 5 weren't really his fault. There's some defensive miscues, and that hurt the force. And I was going to make some joke about the force was here, but the Empire strikes back. But the Meaford Knights full marks for their victory tonight.
Well, and as you said, like the Knights were only leading by a score of 3-2 going into that third period, but they needed that quick start. And they certainly did do that in the first 3 minutes. They potted 3 goals to pad their lead by 4 and then just cruise on their way home. So, but it really had to be super disappointing for the Force. But, not even halfway through the season at this point, and things are looking pretty good for the Fergus Force.
Well, they certainly are. I think it's a first-year team. They're going through some growing pains, and it's going to take a little bit of time for them to get themselves in order where they're going to have a competitive team every night. But these kids tonight gave everything that Meaford could handle for at least over 2 periods, and then even managed to pick up a power play goal in the third period and did well mark for themselves. I think the coaches were talking about earlier in the game that they had the first time that they've had a full roster, and some of their better players played tonight and had a good chance. Some defensive miscues that cost them at the top of the third period, and of course made the score a little bit bigger for Meaford. But I'll tell you, I was kind of concerned when they were 3-2 after 2. Anything could happen in that third period.
Yeah, I was exactly. You know what? It was great coming into this game tonight. Your thoughts are this is going to be maybe a yawner. It's not going to be all that exciting. The Knights are going to thumb Fergus, but Fergus comes in here, much improved team, and they gave us a game tonight. For at least let's say a good 45 minutes or so. We had a very entertaining game to watch.
Oh, we certainly did, but some of the kids did too. I mean, we talked about scoring by committee. You're looking at Colton Langowski, Mitchell the Bolduc, Hampus with 2, David Hooper with 1. Chase Lewis got his first. Jeff Heidman scoring goals right up and down the lineup, picking up points tonight. And we talked about that 4 lines coming over the boards, and I think that's what happened in the third period. Meaford kept turning them over, and equal ice time. By the time they got into the third period, they're ready to go, and it showed up in the fact that they picked up 5 goals in that third period.
Justin Pereira was another great player that I thought for the Meaford Knights tonight. He did a great job setting up play. So, Gord, that's going to do it for us on Rogers Sports Exclusive.
Next week. Next week we're back. We're same team.
Who's next? Oh, and Fergus. And then the week after that? Fergus again. All right, we got a Fergus theme going for the next 3 weeks. I want to thank our cameraman, Corey Porteous, John Cherry, producer Mark Perry. This young man here is Gord Chapman. Jeff, love you, miss you, buddy. See you next time. I'm Rob Leonard. Take care. We'll see you next time.